Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Michael Grafstein, and this is my fourth installment on a solution for hesitation, return to play after concussion. And this one has to do with the thoughts of being re-injured. So let's back up a bit. Let's say you have done all the therapy, you've done stuff in the clinic, you've done stuff on the field, and now you are cleared. That is awesome. But you also maybe in the back of your mind may be a bit hesitant to go back in because you feel that you may get injured again. And the reality is, regardless if you've had a concussion or not, injury is always possible. One of the biggest misunderstandings in sports is when people talk about injury prevention. The reality is an injury can only be prevented if you do not participate. So what you want to do is you want to minimize the opportunity to get injured. So what does that mean from a concussion recovery? In some ways, it's very similar to other injuries. You've got to make sure your foundation is there. Do you have your basic strength, your reaction time, all those types of things? And if they are good, great. And that's what you want to focus on. You want to focus on seeing in your mind the feeling, the steps. And I know this sounds repetitive because it is, of you going back out there and being maybe even better than you were before because you learned something from what happened with that concussion. Do you need to totally revisit what happened? Not really. What is important to understand is what led to that per se. What can you do differently now that you have or are past that point where you have the symptoms, and what are you going to focus on? The key thing is, and you've heard it's been said many times before, where you focus is where your energy goes. So if you're going to focus on getting injured again, guess what? You're going to go in there and something's going to happen. May not be your head, it may be something different. So what's really, really important is to focus on how you want to feel when you get back on. You want to focus on what you're going to do when you are back in, whether it's on the basketball court, whether it's on the field in soccer or the rink in hockey, or if you're a gymnast, what are you going to do with the balance beam? So there are so many things that are really important that you want to focus on. You want to focus on the positive outcome. You want to see it in your mind, and you want to take the steps and see the steps. Feel what it's going to feel like when you take those steps. Feel what it's going to feel like afterwards, and just repeat that, see that, repeat that, see that, repeat that, and bring in the feeling. Because the more you do of that with the feeling over and over and over again, you are now retraining your brain to have a different result than what you had before. Not only that, that's going to allow you to return with a more positive mindset. Not only is that going to help you, but it's also going to give confidence to your teammates, your coaches, and your parents. And the key thing is it has to come from you. It has to come from within. Because if you're being told this is what you have to do, chances are you may get injured again. Again, the key thing is, as I said to you, this is a choice. You want to get better, you want to get back in. It is your choice. And again, you need to focus on what you need to do to get you there. And I'm going to repeat myself because I think it is so, so important that first you see the steps that are needed to take. And do you want to take them? And if you do, great. If not, then this isn't for you. You see yourself taking the steps. And as you see yourself taking the steps, a picture in your mind, your imagination, however you see it, add the feeling, the intensity to it. And the reason you want to do that is so that when you actually go back and take the steps, it's going to feel like you've already done this before. It's almost like you've mastered something. It's going to feel more natural. And you continue to do it over and over and over and over again. And then visualize in your mind what is the outcome and do that over and over and over again, seeing yourself, stepping into yourself with those feelings, and then taking a picture and seeing yourself in that position where you are successful, seeing it over and over and over and over again. So if you combine the process of the visualization or the imagination, taking the steps and feeling it, and combining that with the final outcome, you're going to be more than ready to go back into play, to give yourself 100% opportunity to go in and be possibly even better. I'm Michael Wolf Grafstein, and I want to thank you for listening or watching the last couple of videos with regards to return to play, being cleared from concussion, and still being hesitant. Please feel free to make any comments down below. If you have any questions, post them down below. I am more than happy to answer them for you. Again, Michael Wolf Grafstein, enjoy your day wherever you are, and bye for now.